going on, guys? We are back with another patch notes video for Smite. It is patch 5.5. I guess Time to Party is the title of it. Pretty decent sized patch. Not a lot of like updates, but a decent amount of new content. As you can see here, all this stuff. I guess they did update a lot of stuff. Not a lot of updates in terms of like items and gods, which there should have been. I don't know, there is a decent amount, but we're gonna jump right into it. First, we have Elegant Nemesis, and I'm kind of disappointed with this because I don't really see how it's elegant. When I heard Elegant Nemesis, I think this is like one of the birthday bundles. I was super hyped because I thought they were, I mean, it's a cool skin. I just don't think elegant was the right word to
Trouble?
go. I don't know.
I'm always looking for trouble.
Then we have Itty Bitty Chibi AMC. This one's a great skin. This is just hilarious. You have the, what was the Bacchus skin? Was it Barely Buzzed Bacchus or something like that?
All right, listen up. We're going to pollinate every crevice of this place, even if it's the last thing we do.
It just sounds like an annoying voice back. We have Skytech Zeus. This looks really, really cool.
This time, try not to shoot me. Friendly fire is not cool.
Again, as someone who doesn't like mech robot themes, I like the skin. they seem to do that with the skins, which is pretty cool. Dark Matter Capri. My God, I love the space dark matter kind of celestial skins, and Capri was one of my first diamonds. I love him, always has a place in my heart. So yeah, the fact that he got one of these skins is amazing. And not just that, they killed the skin. His wings when he jumps.
Observation
oh
1.
My God.
Human organics enjoy
This
adopting other species into their families. One in particular is called a kitten. I would like one.
When I heard that joke on the patch notes, I lost it. I was like, it was one of the jokes in Smite that actually made me genuinely laugh because I just wasn't expecting that at all. Orbital Strike Artemis. This is a really cool skin. Her gun and her rain of arrows are amazing.
Let's scope out the area and see what we can find.
Tusky's pretty cool
Hopefully we'll
as
leave
well.
with some good loot.
Achilles gets his mastery skins, Nemesis gets her mastery skins updated, and so does AMC. So 3 new sets of masteries. I might actually have to do a video on them now. On to Project Olympus. Now, matchmaking. I will actually make a separate video on this stuff, because I just will. There's a decent amount of stuff in there, so it's going to take time for a whole separate video. But they are improving matchmaking, and I know they've done this a bunch of times, it seems, but apparently they're making significant adjustments, and I haven't actually read any of this. I'm going to save that for the video to get a reaction with it. Custom and auto-buy builds have been adjusted, so they now sell starters and buy finished build once all other items have been built. The only exception is for Arena. Fix an issue with incorrect scoreboards. Console VGX fixes are out, so console should have every VGS available now. I kind of want to go back to play PlayStation 4 just to see what the VGS is, because good God, it was complicated as is. I don't know how they implemented everything. New player experience adjustments. Now, this is really cool. They're changing the rewards for new players. So, like, levels 1 through 30, basically. How, like, at level 9, you got Medusa for 7 days, and then you got the Gorgon Medusa, and then you got Hercules, and you got the baseball. They're not doing that anymore. They're giving you a lot better rewards, you know, just for leveling up. And this is actually cool for me, because even though I've been playing Smite for years, not on PC, so I think I'm only level 17 on PC still, so I can get some of these pretty cool rewards. Sadly, I can't get the cool ones like this, so actually, there's a decent amount that I could still get, but they are completely redoing them. Like, you get different stuff at every level. So level 1, you get favor. Level 2, you get favor. Level 4, you get 100 gems. A free god at level 6, so they're implementing that, which is really cool. Free voice pack coupon, 3-day booster, free chest roll, another free god, free fantasy points, enigma chest, gems again, 200 gems there, 250. They even give you some jump stamps, boosters, recalls, a whole smorgasbord of other stuff. 500 fantasy points at level 24. Free purchasable skin coupon. So crazy amounts of stuff. If I'm at 17, I missed out on all the gems. Like, barely missed out on the gems. Oh well, I can still get a bunch of cool stuff. So the XP level requirements. So to get to level 1 to 30 now takes 25% less experience. Wow, so that's significantly less. Levels 31 to 50, each level between takes more experience to reach, such that it takes the same amount of experience to reach level 50 in 5.4 and 5.5. Levels 51 through 160 are not seeing any changes. Okay, so 1 through 30 is quicker. 31 through 50 takes a lot more experience, and 51 through 160 is the same. Updated tutorial quest. I guess they reward favor, and you get the Neath recolor, the Neath recolor in the Training Quest 4, and co-op you get a raw recolor, Master of God, Lightning Bolt Ward skin. Okay, so you're getting some different stuff for a friend, favor, gems. So they're trying to make the rewards better in every aspect. They're trying to, you know, especially for the newer players, especially when they did that that new legendary god pack, whatever. That was crazy. They're really trying to make new players come on board and have a lot of stuff to start out with. Console bug fixes and some general bug fixes here. I'm not going to go through them because, well, they're fixes and no longer in the game. If you want to read them, though, you can go ahead and pause it. Some miscellaneous stuff. We have the Mech Tech level up effects, birthday cake pedestal, poopy jump stamp, baby drone ward skin. The awesome chest has some new additions you can see here. Kenoshi Circuit, Druid Stunt Geb, actually some really cool skins. Badlands Vulcans, Order and Chaos Hell, Abyssal Knight Ares. The Godlike chest also has some additions with Digimir 9000, Scarlet Coven Isis, and Wormslayer Uller. Fantasy Point stores updated. Primal Huntress Artemis, King of the Deep Poseidon, and Jandroid Janos. General balance. Okay, so we have some stuff here to go over. Fire Giant increased bonus damage to structures from 20% to 25%, or for the Fire Giant buff, I should say, once you get that. So, Enhanced Fire Giant buff increased bonus damage from 20% to 30%. Conquest Towers, Tier 1 Tower increased base power from 200 to 15. Item balances. Malice. This one is crazy. Some gods... Like Circuit, oh man, she's gonna hit. She already hits hard. She's gonna just smack you right across the face with a mallet, or with a malice after this one. It's a new passive. On a successful crit strike, your abilities deal 35% more damage for the next 3 seconds. 35%. Good God. Midgardian Male, new passive. When hit by a basic attack, the enemy has their movement speed and attack speed reduced by 15 seconds. By 15% for 2 seconds. This effect can stack up to 2 times and can stack with others. So you can get up to 30% of a slow. Witchblade also getting some changes. Increase the health from 100 to 200, so double of the health on that. Crusher getting like unintentional nerfs, kind of. It's adding a visual effects to the damage from Crusher, so you know when you're about to be hit. Remember, like, back in the day, whenever Bluestone proc would kill someone, you're like, what the hell just killed me? Oh, you go check, it was Bluestone. They're going to make it so you know when you're about to get hit by that. Don't know what it is. We'll have to check that out in-game sometime. Each of all, getting some other changes. They just changed this one. Increase the physical power gain per passive stack from 7 to 10. I'm guessing they're doing the same. Or no, Silver Branch Bro. New passive, every successful basic attack increases your attack speed by 5%. Oh, I remember this from the patch. And then stacks up to 3 seconds and up to 6 times. So you could get up to 30% attack speed from this. I think it makes it the highest attack speed in game. So imagine pairing this with Apollo and his passive. You'd be like almost capped out. Like you wouldn't need any other items. You just get the Silver Branch Bow passive and his passive. You would have to really time that perfect and everything, but my God, it'd be interesting to see. Aussie, increase the attack speed from 20% to 25%, trying to bring that back a little bit. Spike Gauntlet is the tier 1 version of Devos, and it increases the physical power from 0 to 5. So they're trying to give hunters new options at the start rather than just Rush Transcendence being, you know, the whole everyone hunter build. So that's why they brought in Aussie here, trying to make tier 1 of Devo gloves better. So, you know, you don't go in with 0 power, you go in with a little bit of power to counteract the Transcendence builds. 8-point Shuriken, decrease the cost from 1700 to 1500, and adjusted Poison Star and Wind Demon upgrade cost to keep the items at the same total cost. On to the god balance. Aphrodite, her undying love, which I believe is her ultimate, can now be cast even if Aphrodite is currently in the air from a knock-up ability. Wow. Kobrakan, Tectonic Shift, adjusted the targeter to better reflect the area of damage in this ability. Thank God, because I can't tell you how many times I messed that up on Kobrakan, and it was so frustrating. Apparently, like, the damage is only supposed to be in the thin line in front of him, and, like, everything else doesn't do damage, but it just never indicated that, so a lot of people would mess that up. Chang'e increased persist time of damaging area from 0.6 to 0.7 seconds on her dance. This fixes the dead zone where Chang'e can miss the ability while standing still. As a Chang'e main, I can't tell you how many times I've had that happen, so bless. Now goes the full 360 degrees, essentially. Sobek, Charge Prey. This is an interesting one. Sobek no longer goes untargetable while plucking an enemy. He instead gains player pass-through, which will allow him to be hit by enemies while he is getting ready to throw someone. Ao Kuang gets some nerfs here. His ranged dragon throw, so if you actually throw the dragons from Dragon Call, decreases the scaling from 90% to 78%. It's a really weird number, but it's 15% to 13% per dragon. Daji getting some nerfs, thank God. It's actually getting significant nerfs here. Decrease the physical power scaling on her blades, her blades, sorry, from 20% to 14%, which is down 3% per tick. And then her horrible burns decrease the scaling on it from 45% to 35%. So Daji and them burns no longer going to hurt as much. Still going to hurt. I mean, Daji's still definitely going to hurt. She's just not going to be one-shotting people, hopefully as much. Chulainn, this is going to be a huge change, especially in the competitive scene. Chulainn, when transformed, will no longer gain access to abilities he has not put a single point into, except for his 2. So no more of that level 1 being able to transform and just go apeshit. Discordia. Erratic behavior increased the cooldown from 16 seconds to 18 seconds. Small nerfs. Ice is getting some pretty good changes here. I like this. Movement speed increased by 5. They're kind of been doing that to all these mages recently. Reduced the cooldown on her Dispel Magic from 18 seconds to 16 seconds. And now this one is great here. Circle of Protection. Increase the max charge, damage, and hail scaling. Used to be 1.5 to 3.5, is now 2.5 to 3.5. So the early game is better for it. And it also increases the damage reduction. Used to be 15% flat. Now starts at 15% and goes all the way up to 20% at the final rank. Wukong also getting some love here. His magic Cudgel, I think that's his one. It's his lane clear. Increased base damage from 80 to 240 is now 90 to 250, so it goes up 10 each rank. And it also decreased the mana. It used to be 50 to 90, is now 50 to 70, so less mana late game. Vulcan getting damage buffs, like all the way around here, and I mean, maybe he's not performing well. I don't pay attention to like rankings and standings, so I wouldn't know, but I don't think Vulcan has a problem doing some damage. I don't get it, but increase the base damage from 80 to 240 to 90 to 250, so 10 base damage each for each rank on his backfire, and also increase the amount of damage that Inferno Cannon deals to marked targets from 10% to 15%. I mean, it's just on his backfire, and then also your Inferno Cannon's going to help with that. But, like, I just don't think he needed it, was the thing. I feel like there are other gods who definitely could have needed adjustments and not Vulcan. But, and then Inferno Cannon increased the magical power scaling from 35% to 40%. Excuse me. Erling Shen getting some love here. Increased the progression scaling to match swing time. So it used to be 0.65, 0.65, 0.65, 1.8, which is a really weird one. Is now 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, 1.1, 0.9. I guess this is actually a nerf, but I don't think it's gonna really be a nerf. I think it's more of just the way it looks, because these aren't huge changes. I mean, you're not gonna really notice a performance change, but it might look a little more better, I think. Spot weakness increased the cooldown reduction per basic attack from 0.75 to 1 second, so it's actually a nerf. Or no, that's actually a buff, because I forgot Yeah, okay. Pin increased the physical power scaling from 45% to 55%. So he is getting some love, and a little bit of a tweaking to make his, just the way he acts in game a little more fluid. That is going to wrap it up for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment on what you think if you're excited for these skins. I will be doing a video on all of these skins when the PTS does release, so be on the lookout for those. And until next time, peace.